celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Al Abrams and Judy Francis.
And please don't forget about your dream team. Dr. Debbie, fresh back from vacation. Ready to answer your questions at 1-866-405-8405. Groomer Joey Villani, our little QVC star, with his new waterless shampoo.
That's some awesome stuff. It smells good, too.
We get a lot of calls about that, and you can get that from his website. Also, animal communicator Joy Turner is here. Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, and our pet travel expert, Susan Sims. The beautiful thing about surrounding yourself with a dream team of experts is that if you ever have a problem, you can call upon them. If I ever want to communicate with my animals, Joy Turner's who I call. If I have a dog behavior problem, I'll ask Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. And if I have a grooming problem, well, it's Joey Villani. And today, I'm going to get free help from Joey Villani because my cat was out and playing in the streets. I don't know how he got out. And he got tar in his... They just tarred the streets. And he got little ball of tar in his coat, and I don't know how to get it out. So I'm either going to hand you the cat and let you get it out, Joey, or maybe you can just tell me how to do it so everyone can figure it out, just in case it ever happens to them.
You know, I'll do it for you, but I'll explain it. Just get yourself a little bit of baby oil or mineral oil, wet a cotton piece of cotton or tissue or something, and just work it on there, and it'll come right off.
Will it get messier before it gets better?
If you spread it all around, what you want to do is just work that area. You don't want to make like a circle motion where you're rubbing it into everything else. Kind of like work it from the tip and pull towards you, away from the cat, and it'll come right off.
Yeah, Hal, that's why I don't let you clean the stains on the carpet, because you go in a circle and you make it way bigger than it started out to be.
Yeah, well, I figure if I just do things inefficiently the first time, I'll never be called on to do them inefficiently again.
You know what? That's the man's way, I'll tell you.
It worked for me.
That never worked for me. My wife just looks and says, "Okay,
do it again."
Yeah, she has good strategy, I'll tell you.
She's a slave driver. She's working you, isn't she?
Oh,
come on, Joey Villani, go out and make me $1 is what she wants, huh?
Yep, exactly.
And coming up in the news, what do you got, Stacy?
Coming up this morning, we've got a couple pandas who get to fly first class on the FedEx Panda Express.
Ooh, I can't wait. 1-866-405-8405 right now to check in with any one of the Dream Team. Vlade, how are you doing?
Oh, I am tired. You said Dr. Debbie back from vacation. I need vacation.
You do need a vacation.
So many crazy dogs. You know what? I would say people are crazy. Dogs are okay.
Where would you go on vacation, Vlade?
Yeah, where does somebody like you go on vacation? Is it Hawaii? Is it Fiji?
Michigan or Russia?
Yeah, I would. I would love to go to the Mexico, but I need to get AK-47. So I don't have it. I didn't bring that one. I should have. I didn't bring it from Russia. So I guess, I have two choices. Or go to the Michigan bag. We have so many friends. And or go to the Hawaii with Mika and have some lay down under the sun and swim a little bit. And I think Mika will enjoy it as much as I do. And probably look at, there's a lot of girls beautiful around. So
yeah, you may not come back.
Yeah, we'd be in trouble if you didn't come back then. Well, Dr. Debbie deserved it. She's working almost 18 hours a day, it seems like, 6 days a week, helping animals from all across the country.
I love her. I'm taking this opportunity right now. She's not around our table. I don't know where she is right now. But
she's getting a Diet Coke.
Okay. So, I tell you very confidentially, I met her first time a few years ago, and, I really, really fell in love with her in the positive way. She has such a great personality, and she has such a great knowledge. So I really adore her. She's a great person.
I'm so damn proud of my whole Dream Team. Everybody here.
Come here. Group hug.
Oh, boy.
Okay, if you want to talk to anyone in the Dream Team right now, put your fat little fingers in the phone and dial toll free. It's 1-866-405-8405. Of course, you can also email us at yourvoice@animalradio.com. We're also doing the Facebook thing. And then if you miss any part of the show today, you can download it from animalradio.com.
This is
Animal Radio.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Hal Abrams and Judy Francis.
Judy Francis should be screening calls, but you're texting.
I am doing work over here. I'm texting some question thingies, so...
Vladdy's standing right over there and you're texting him. I want people to know that you're actually texting someone who's standing 5 feet away.
Because I can't speak to him. If I start yelling, hey, Vladdy, you'll hear me in the studio. So I figure if I text him, it would be very quiet. Until you had to bring it up and tell everybody that's what I was doing.
Joey, you're a big texter, too.
Yeah, but nobody texts me back. I text, and, I never got a text from Judy during the segment.
That must say something about your texts. Actually, what I love is the audio text. And, of course, never check any of Joey's audio texts in an important meeting. If you're in an important meeting, then you...
Why?
Listen, I'm not even going to go there. I send some entertaining texts sometimes.
You should have a mailing list for your texts. People that you could send it to.
And just, understand that don't open them up sometimes in an important meeting.
I'll never do that again.
Or in front of your mother.
Okay. Let's hit the phones. If you want to talk to Joey Villani, the girls call, they say how cute he is. Just so cute. Especially when it is his old lady accent. They were commenting about that last week.
Come on, Joey, let's hear it again. Just say something.
I can't. It has to be spontaneous, And I know you want me to go into character and just act, and that's not me. I got to be spontaneous,
Got to warm up first.
Bring my dog in today.
There you go. Dr. Debbie's here. She does know voices, and of course, neither does Judy. Who were you trying to do this morning?
I'm a ferret.
The ferret. Animal communicator Joy Turner is also here. Susan Sims and Vladdy, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, all for your entertainment and to help you with your pets as we celebrate our connection with our pets every weekend. Welcome to Animal Radio. And let's go to the phones. Hi, who's this?
Gay Wallace.
Hi, Gay. How are you doing?
Okay.
Where are you calling from today?
California.
Where in California?
Calamasa.
You're on with Dr. Debbie.
Well, hi, Gay. How are things going?
Okay. I was wondering if you could tell me which is probably the healthiest purebred dog you can get, like a medium-sized. At the biggest, okay. I don't want a big, huge dog. I had a red chow, and she died 2.5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So currently you don't have any dogs or other pets right now?
I have a cat.
Okay. So preferably you want to have a dog that's going to get along with a kitty.
Well, I don't know if that's possible or not. She's a feral cat, and she's been with me inside the house since I've had her, and the chow was outside dog. So she doesn't really know any other pet, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things that we probably be wanting to know when you're looking for a pet. Some of the personal household things that go on. What kind of pet are you looking for other than a medium-sized pet? Any kind of activities? Do you like to go out and exercise with your dog, or do you want a pet that's just going to sit on?
Well, I don't do a lot of exercise. I walk some, but I have a pacemaker in, and so I can't really exercise a lot.
Okay. And do you have a preference? Because another big thing we always counsel owners is that, are we looking for a long-haired dog, one that you're going to groom, one that's you take to the groomer and
have to be groomed.
Okay, one that just kind of sheds.
Female.
Okay. Well, females are definitely, I'd say, some very good pets, especially if you're looking kind of at a single pet home. And if you're looking for more of a quiet pet, there's a lot of different pets we could look at in different breeds. The trick is, and your question's kind of tough, because there isn't just one breed that we would look at that is kind of the best fit for your situation or for everyone's situation. It's always going to be a little different. So there's a lot of breeds that have really good attributes as far as that are quiet, that are, smaller to medium dogs that have that kind of hair coat. But I'd also encourage you, it's all about saving lives and adopting. So sometimes the purebred isn't always the way we go.
Yeah.
And
I love Cocker Spaniels, but I know they have a lot of ear problems.
Well, they can, and certainly Cocker Spaniels have, the potential for ear problems, some skin problems, definitely some allergies, some eye issues. But when we look at a lot of the different dog breeds, you could almost make that case for every breed.
Really?
So if I pick a breed, even like a Jack Russell Terrier, they have a lot of allergy problems. They're very high energy dogs, so they can develop some anxiety problems inside the home if they're not exercised fully. So I could kind of go through every breed and find a couple things to counter that argument and say that might not be the best breed. I think really the biggest thing that I would encourage you to is to find a pet with a personality that's best suited for you. And hopefully everything else will come along with that package. But to go to the shelters and look for the smaller breed dogs that kind of fit the physical characteristics that you're looking for, and get to know that personality, because if they have that active personality, they want to go run and play and jump, and they're very athletic, that doesn't sound like that's going to be a good fit for you.
A Heinz is usually healthier, right?
Yes, absolutely. And the Heinz 57, the benefit of that is you still get a lot of the good breed qualities, but it kind of the bad things get diluted out. So we run into less problems with inbreeding, and where some of those genetic problems can be perpetuated by generation. So I would definitely encourage you to look for that mixed breed that might just, sparkle your eye and look like the pet that's going to fit for your home.
Yeah. Okay.
So I hope that helps some. And let us know if you do find a new friend. We'd love to hear about that baby.
Thanks for your call, Gay. We appreciate it. 1-866-405-8405. Send us pictures. We always love to see pictures of the new family members there. Of course, we were talking just a few minutes ago with Vlade. What kind of dog would you be if you were a dog? He says, I would be a poodle. And I don't want to take offense to that at all. Dr. Debbie, what kind of dog would you be if you were a dog?
I used to think I was a golden retriever and very laid back, but I think I'm currently more of a Jack Russell Terrier. And we actually have had some training sessions on learning personalities and dealing with people, and it kind of related to different dog breeds. And
really?
When I came back, pretty much 100% Jack Russell.
Now, you're actually taking training sessions as a veterinarian to learn what kind of dog breeds people might be. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it's actually a lot of major companies use this, whether they be a veterinary or an animal health field or not. And it's just a way of kind of relating to people on a very common, easily understandable term. And for people in the animal field, it's, breeds of dogs. So whether you're a German Shepherd or a Golden Retriever or a Jack Russell, which is me, that's a way that we can all relate and say, oh, yeah, Golden Retrievers, they're pretty laid back. They're pretty, cool, easy going with the flow, versus the high energy, everything on demand Jack Russell like myself.
Or the poodle. The poodle. 1-866-405-8405 to talk to Vlade or to Dr. Debbie right here. This portion of Animal Radio is brought to you by PetFlow.com. PetFlow, kind of a strange name, but just a great service. PetFlow.com. What you'll get there is you'll get your pet food delivered straight to your door. And they have 70 different brands to choose from. Definitely yours. They do have Stella and Chewy's, by the way. PetFlow.com has the largest selection of premium pet food on the internet. Best of all, you'll get free shipping on every order over $59, and that's for the life of your order there. All you have to do is enter the coupon code RADIO at www.petflow.com. That's radio at www.petflow.com.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
Do you have an aging pet? How about a scratchy dog or an anxious cat? The Natural Vet, Dr. Sean Messonnier, recommends Pet Pals vitamins. Pet Pals formulas provide safe, affordable nutritional therapy with noticeable benefits. Pet Pals are flavored, chewable tablets that can be given as a treat or crumbled and mixed in with your pet's food. Give your pal the gift of wellness and longevity. Try Pet Pals risk-free today with our satisfaction guarantee. Go to animalradio.com for your 10% off coupon now.
When I went looking for a quality allergen-free dog food for Roscoe, a friend told me about Canine Caviar. Being a born skeptic, I examined every ingredient and most importantly, made sure it drove our dog's taste buds crazy. Here's the lowdown. Canine Caviar is holistic, allergen-free, with raw dehydrated meats, herbs, fish oil, and flaxseed for health and joint support. Good food for Roscoe from a company I can trust. Ask your pet store for Canine Caviar. Learn more at caninecaviar.com.
Is your computer running slowly? Thinking about buying a new one? Don't waste your money. Your computer could be infected with spyware, malware, viruses, registry errors, spam, and pop-ups. You don't need to buy a new computer. Just go to doublemyspeed.com and find out what's slowing your computer down.
Double My Speed totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
Doublemyspeed.com increased the speed of my computer from the very first day.
My computer was on its last leg. Now it's like new again.
Get your free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com and keep your computer running fast. Your free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com is easy and fast.
It's the best you could ask for. Outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
Find out what is slowing down your computer with a free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com. Don't waste your time with your slow computer. Get your free diagnosis now at doublemyspeed.com. That's doublemyspeed.com.
You're listening to Animal Radio.
Let's take another one for Vlade, and this is Mike. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Not too bad.
What's going on?
Well, I got a collie that's 2.5, 3 years old, and potty training's never been an issue with him, but last summer, my sister came to visit for about 2 days, and she had a little Boston Terrier, and ever since they left, my collie, you know, the potty part it's like he's squirting, like he's marking his territory.
Okay.
Yeah, just can't get him to settle down and quit doing that.
Okay.
He still lets you know when he needs to go outside, but...
Sure. Yeah, that's all about relatives, I guess, even in this situation. Yeah, I see we have a lot of questions today regarding housebreaking, and I think people getting into this problem, even if you train your collie properly in the first place, I don't think it was 100%, and it must be 100%. Every time people who is hearing me right now, you gotta make sure your dog is 100% performing before you're inviting anyone in your house, because you're adding additional stress, you're adding additional circumstance, can aggravate your dog's problem. Of course, if it's mother-in-law, you cannot say her no, but at least you can prepare for this situation. If you didn't have a crate, get the crate. If your dog has already been in the crate and you train him, and now the new guests arrive, you want to make sure maybe you need to make one step back and on precaution side. Now let's go to your problem, Mike. So collie normally is the best. I mean, we always talk about the Vladis likes breeds and Vladi doesn't like breeds. And when the Vladi says Vladi doesn't like breeds, it doesn't mean they're bad. They're not suitable for being a good family pet. And even though if I'm and I don't afraid to mention a few of them, like Akita, Chow Chow, Sharpeis, which is not my favorites, or Huskies, or all type of the terriers. And if some people start to calling me and sending me emails and blah blah blah, my answer will be very simple. Listen, those breeds are great for the certain things, but not for the things we're really expecting them to be. And even if you have a 2 out of 100, I see them every day, and I can generalize. Collie are the great. This is my favorite. It's very hard to develop any behavior problems in collie. Housebreaking is not the common behavior problem in collie as well. So here is my general guideline. Yes, I do believe your dog has a not housebreaking issue, and marking issue, and it's easy to fix. How? 3 steps approach. Step number 1, you have to reestablish your authority in your house. Listen, you don't need to pee and poop in your house in order to mark your territory, but you need to put the collar on leash, get the good for your dog. I would highly recommend Herm Springer, HSH, like home, S like Sam, on the collar should be those 2 letters will tell you that made in Germany, even though in Russia we still like Germans as much as Republicans like Democrats, but we adore their power of engineering. This colors will be great. I would get a pinch collar if you have a 60-pound plus. I mean, collie, the medium size would fit really well, medium. And leash 6 feet. And I would go to animalradio.com website. We have a video and shows how to use that pinch collar. And I would use the same methods to train her walk without pulling on the leash inside of your house, and I would do it immediately, 2-3 times per day. You have to walk your dog through your house through the special procedure shown on the video, so she cannot go even 1 inch ahead of you. She needs to be like a Russian soldier at your left-hand side and look in your eyes and follow you everywhere you go. You stop, she stops. And you gotta especially go to those areas where the dog pee and poop, in that particular rooms. And by doing this, you are marking your territory now without, like I said, spraying around and putting underwear all over, like the men like to do, to let another man know. So in this female, he was first. Different topic. So that would be step number 1 approach. Step number 2 approach would be eliminate that initial scent. So we're using One Shot Plus product. You can go again back to website and you can locate where to find this product. Very great product. Has multiple enzymes, and each enzyme works toward certain part of the urine. Works great. Will eliminate the scent. From that time, in your unique situation, I would definitely also ask you to visit a company website by name urineplanet.com, and I would get 2 products from them. Number 1 would be no scent. You spray that things around, they're going to kill the rest of the scent what was left. And second product by name No Pee. Don't confuse that product with anything you can get on the market as far as in the pet stores. That normally doesn't work from my experience. So you use that one, which really works from their website, No Pee. So next day once you sprayed no scent, you sprayed No Pee. And I would ask you to repeat spraying No Pee. It's very easy. You don't need to rub it anything. Just lightly spray No Pee every day, maybe every other day for a while. From that time, situation will be very easy for you. Keep your dogs under your supervision. You cannot supervise your dog. Put your dog in the crate, basically retrain it back, and as you eliminate the scent and you keep the dog away from that area by using special secret product by No Pee, the dog will lose the habits of doing that in this particular area. So that would be my basically approach to resolve your situation. I would not get any pets anymore unless you resolve your problem. But the marking behavior related to the dominance and related to the habits. So by training, you taking care of the first. By using my system of control and using the special products, you eliminate the second, which is breaking dog from the habits. Dogs, people like humans, they're creature of habits. If we like hamburger from McDonald's around the corner, that's where we're gonna go. The dog's the same way. Once they set the habits to pee and poop, around the corner on that mom's favorite chair or next to the door, they're gonna do it, unless they will not be able to do it because you are in charge and you're controlling situation. That's gonna be my general guidelines.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team. Could be Vlade, Dr. Debbie, Joey Villani, Susan Sims, or Joy Turner. We're brought to you by Stella and Chewy's. We thank these guys over at Stella and Chewy's. Stella and Chewy's is actually not only a sponsor of Animal Radio, but of course it's Ladybug the Studio Stunt Dog's only food.
She's still eating it after all these years.
It's because
she loves that food, huh?
Well, yes, and she's so picky.
And we can mix it up with her too.
Mm-hmm.
One day we could give it to her sort of dry, one day sort of wet. She likes the different textures and everything. And it comes in these freeze-dried patties. It's made with raw USDA inspected meat, raised naturally. There's no added hormones. There's no antibiotics. It's pathogen-free. And that's good for us. It makes me rest easier knowing that. And then, of course, for her, she just loves the good flavors. There's the duck and the lamb and the chicken and the beef. All good stuff. And I'll tell you, we're almost out of samples here. I'm sending out
Makes
so many
me
samples.
want it.
Here.
I'm getting hungry.
It is. It's good stuff. Of course, I try all the food I give my animals. I can't say that I've tried Stella and Chewy's, but I know that my dog loves it.
You have, Hal. You didn't know it, and you liked it. I mixed it in your food there when you weren't looking.
Hey, if you want to get a sample of this before I run out of samples, and they've been going fast because sales have been picking up. People are starting to really notice Stella and Chewy's. Check out their website. It's stellandchewy's.com. But if you want the free sample, you got to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. And my address is over at animalradio.com. And I'll send you back a sample this week. Stella and Chewy's, thanks, guys, for sponsoring Animal Radio. Just a couple of minutes, Joey's going to tell us how to blow dry our dog. No, not how to blow dry. To blow dry or not to blow dry. I didn't really know there was an option or not. I've never blow dried. My dog would run like hell.
We always have options. Always have options.
Well, my dog's kind of wash and wear. I don't have to do anything with her. She just washes.
Bring her out.
Yeah, she just goes and rolls on the floor, and she's dry in 2 minutes.
It's good. That makes it easy. That sort of happened by accident with you, because you didn't really go out to get a dog that would have a coat like that, did you?
No, I didn't know if I'd get a long-haired. I wanted a Chihuahua, and I got
wash and wear.
Little wash and wear. Boy, I just throw her in the sink, and she's done in 2 minutes and dry 2 minutes after that. So
it's perfect.
I know, she's so easy.
You gotta love that. In just a few minutes, our Dodge Journey Pet Destination. If you want to chime in and be this week's Dodge Journey Pet Destination, tell us where you like to take your dog or your cat or your flamingo, whatever animal you have, whether it's a park or a restaurant or a beach, somewhere that's special for you and your pet. Tell us where that is. We'll put it up on our big list of Dodge Journey Pet Destinations, and we'll give you prizes. Actually, we'll give your animal prizes for you sharing their special destination. 1-866-405-8405 to do that. And let's take a call for Joy Turner, animal communicator Joy Turner. We have Denise. Is it Denise?
It's Denise.
Hey, Denise, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Where are you today?
I'm in Tarzana, California.
Oh, very beautiful. Let's talk to some animals.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Joy.
How can I help you?
Well, I lost my most favorite kitty. His name was Cosmo on October 21st. And have proceeded to do signs, checked all the different animal shelters because I rescued him and got a chip. And I've had no luck whatsoever, and I just feel so sad, number one. And I'm just kind of hoping maybe you can maybe see if he's in my neighborhood or something to the effect. He's never been outside. He was always strictly an indoor kitty, and somehow he got out, and I still don't know exactly how he got out. And I just want to know if he's, we have a lot of coyotes around here. This is the home of the jungle, and they're just all around our streets, and I just wanted to know what you see.
Can you tell me the city you're in again, please?
I'm in Tarzana, California.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, so what I typically do first is to ask them where they are in relationship to their body, which tells me generally if they're in it or not.
Okay.
And when I ask Cosmo if he's in his body, he tells me he's not.
Oh. Okay. We've had signs everywhere asking everybody everywhere. His face has been posted all over my neighborhood. And a lot of the people have even said, because of the coyote population in the area, that probably was why he hasn't, appeared again.
He says he wants you not to worry, though, because it didn't hurt.
It didn't?
No. And I can tell you that I've heard this from so many animals, and actually from humans who have crossed over, too. The spirit will disconnect to some degree from the body when traumatic things like that happen. So they're not experiencing all the trauma that it might look to you if you were watching them that they would be experiencing.
Well, not that I tried to replace him, but we rescued another kitty from the shelter.
And he's happy with that. He wants you to know he's very pleased about that.
She's very similar to him.
Good. He says, well, he doesn't care about the similarity, but he cares that you would keep going and helping other cats.
Oh, that's cool. He's a great cat.
Well, does he tell you he loves you a lot?
Oh, and I love him. Thank you, Joy.
You're very welcome. I'm so sorry.
This is
Animal Radio. Hi, this is Clyde Pierce from HGTV. You're listening to Animal Radio.
This is an Animal Radio News Update.
It's the FedEx Panda Express on the way. I'm Stacy Cohen for Animal Radio. 2 U.S.-born giant pandas, Meilon and Taishan, are traveling together from American zoos to China. The giant pandas will travel on the FedEx Panda Express. It's a fuel-efficient plane that will jet them to China in a record 14 and a half hours. Conservationists estimate that there are fewer than 1,600 giant pandas that remain in the wild. Ground transportation consists of FedEx trucks that will receive police escorts escorts. The giant pandas will be in containers that are carefully forklifted on and off the trucks. Zookeeper Nicole Meese, who is Taishan's U.S. caretaker, will accompany the bears on their journey. A vet will also be on board the plane. A language tutor is presently being recruited via the internet for the female bear because she's going to have to learn a whole new language in order to communicate. Well, the troubling effects of alcohol abuse appear to have found their way into Germany's owl population. Police tell Spiegel Online that they were forced to take an owl into custody after it was found drunk near the side of the road. A woman was out walking her dog. She notified the police when she saw that the bird was oblivious to cars that were driving by. Authorities arrived to find the owl staggering around with drooping eyelids. They also found 2 empty bottles of schnapps nearby. Police gave the owl to a local bird expert who gave the bird a healthy serving of water. The owl was eventually released after it sobered up. First came see-through frogs. Now Japanese researchers have succeeded in producing goldfish whose beating hearts can be seen through translucent scales and skin. The transparent creatures are part of efforts to reduce the need for dissections. You could actually see a live heart and other organs because the scales and skin have no pigments. You don't even have to cut it open. You could see a tiny brain above the goldfish's black eyes. The team of researchers at My University in central Japan produced this Ryukin goldfish. It has a pale color, and that's a disadvantage for goldfish in an aquarium, but it's good to see how organs sit in a body three-dimensionally. The fish are expected to live about 20 years. They could grow as long as 10 inches and weigh more than about 5 pounds. The horse of the year is Zenyatta, the daughter of Street Cry, who sustained her only loss 20 starts when she came in the second in the 2010 Breeders' Cup Classic. She was honored January 17th as North America's Horse of the Year for her owners Jerry and Ann Moss. The winner was announced during the Eclipse Award dinner in Miami Beach. And Taj, unfortunately, a 71-year-old elephant, 33-year resident of Six Flags in Vallejo, California, died Tuesday. He was thought to be the oldest living elephant in North America. Born in 1940, was previously known as Taiji, was a circus elephant before coming to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in 1978. He enjoyed painting, was a trainer favorite, and an Asian elephant. He weighed more than 9,000 pounds. Actually, Asian elephants are endangered, and they can live up to 60 years in the wild, according to the National Zoo. I'm Stacy Cohen for Animal Radio. Get more animal breaking news at animalradio.com.
This has been an Animal Radio News Update. Get more at animalradio.com.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
This is
Animal Radio, baby.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the dream team here. Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions. Groomer Joey Villani, animal communicator Joy Turner, and our pet travel expert Susan Sims, as well as Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. It's toll-free, 1-866-405-8405. And it doesn't spell anything, so just write that down.
We tried.
It took me 10 years just to memorize it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing very well now.
They actually took the sign out of the studio, so I'm on my own now. They figured after 10 years.
Boy, you got your big boy pants on.
I got my good animals. We welcome back to Animal Radio, Marilyn Kreiger. Hi, Marilyn. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
We were just trying to think the last time you were on, but that's water under the bridge right now. We got something new to talk about.
That's right.
A brand new book called Naughty No More. And I like this because if you're a cat owner and you're dealing with behavior issues, this is the book. You know, we don't have a Vlade, the world famous Russian dog wizard for the cats here.
No.
Marilyn is Marilyn is as close as we can get. Great new book. Tell us about it. What are we going to find? It seems like a Bible to me.
Well, what it does is it helps the cat person change unwanted behaviors through positive reinforcement. We use clicker training along with other management.
Clicker training? A cat?
Absolutely.
You can do that?
Oh, yes.
I did not know that.
You
mean
can
like
do
with
that.
a clicker,
I can't do that.
You can. It's easy. Anybody can.
I didn't know you could train a cat at all, really. I thought they just did what they wanted to do.
No, they're like any animal. You need to find the motivator, and most cats love treats, special treats.
So what have you clicker trained your cat to do?
Well, they do all sorts of fun things. They jump through hoops. They shake hands. They will get my keys for me. They are actually trained to open their carriers, go in and close the carriers after themselves, and they, of course, shake hands and roll over and do all sorts of fun things.
Are we talking about a cat?
household cat? Yeah.
Household cat? Because it sounds like a dog to me, Marilyn.
Yeah, well, any cat can be trained. Any animal can be trained, and it's just the matter of finding the motivator.
And what could be the motivator in certain cases? Obviously, food, I would imagine, is a motivator.
Food is a very good motivator. My cats love dehydrated chicken, but they also like some other types of small little treats. But some cats are motivated by grooming or by petting.
So you'll clicker train them alongside their favorite thing to train them that it's a good thing? Is that what you do?
Well, what you do is that you use something to mark a behavior. You need what we call a secondary conditioner, and that can be a clicker.
Okay.
And you pair that clicker with the motivator, which is the food.
That was what I was trying to say, but the NyQuil has already kicked in, so I couldn't really say it. But you said it much better.
So in other words, Marilyn, if your cat is scratching the furniture, ours do this, and they look right at us while they're doing it. You know, like, hey, pay attention to me. And like with attitude. And so if we do the clicker thing, and then he stops, and we give him, because we use dehydrated chicken too, and we give him a treat when he stops, that's going to, if we keep repeating that, eventually he'll stop scratching?
No. The way you want to do it, you need to use it in conjunction with some other techniques. So what you do is you block the area that the cat is scratching. So let's say it's your sofa. You block it with something like a double-sided tape.
Okay.
And then you have to give the cat has to scratch. The cat's, no matter what happens.
They have other things to scratch. They do.
Well, what you need to do is put the scratching post right in front of the area that was being targeted. And then when the cat, after the clicker, of course, is paired with the motivator, while the cat is scratching the appropriate area, you click her at that time, and then you give her the treat.
Oh,
okay. So you do it when they're doing the good behavior, not the bad behavior.
Exactly.
I understand.
Yes, because
the clicker is the good behavior. Okay.
Yes. See, the click will reinforce whatever behavior they're doing in the instance when you click is being reinforced.
Okay. All the details, of course, how to clicker train your cat in the book, Naughty No More. And what else are we going to find in there?
Well, it's Cat Fancy's Naughty No More.
That's okay. I still like it.
Thank you. And what you're going to find is how to change counter surfing cats who counter surf.
Oh, yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And also aggression. We deal with certain types of aggression. We also work with introducing cats to each other using clicker training.
Can you teach an older cat new tricks?
Right there. Absolutely. In fact, I recently was on Cats 101, and in there they filmed me clicker training my 16-year-old cat. I was actually teaching her new tricks.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I got to get this book.
I'm going to give you a copy.
Cats who let us live here.
Another cool thing about clicker training elderly cats is, like with people, if you keep your mind busy, it keeps you focused, and it keeps you young. And so it's very good with helping keep cats active, and it helps with the cognitive functions.
Breaking all the myths we thought were true, Marilyn Kreiger, and the book is called Naughty No More. I have 10 copies to give away right now at 1-866-405-8405. And I want to give out your website. I know we're talking about the book today, but I just think your website's pretty cool, and I think listeners should know about thecatcoach.com. Thecatcoach.com. And, of course, we'll put links to everything you've heard on today's show over at animalradio.com. Marilyn, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You can get the book at Borders, Barnes & Noble, order it online, or ask your local bookstore.
Welcome back to another installment of Party Animal with me, your host, Vinnie Penn. I'm going to tell you kind of a sad story. My daughter's in her second year of school. I had a young daughter named Stella. For those of you who have been following along, you know she comes up quite a bit in these. You were with us when we bought Stella her fish, Betty, not too long ago. When I walk Stella to school, there's a certain point where we have to cross the street because there is a dog fenced in that barks like a son of a gun when you're even a block away from it. He terrifies her, so we always have to cross the street. Still makes him bark, but crossing the street makes her feel safer. Now, I don't live far from the house I grew up in, and I know this dog has been there for quite some time. I don't know the family personally, but they don't live far from the little convenience store in the area, so I've always been walking by this area. Well, recently we were going for a walk, last couple of times, and she's been saying, let's cross the street, but we haven't been hearing the barking. Now, it took really 2 times, I think. She noticed the first time, but by the second time she said, where is he? And I was afraid of the answer. The answer is not as grim as you're expecting. This isn't a very special episode of the party animal. But nonetheless, I said, well, let's go back over there. And then there he was. I don't know the dog's name, and he was there, just not up to barking anymore. And I can tell my daughter at all of 7 years, she's got her head wrapped around it. She said, well, why isn't he barking? And she looked over at the dog, and it's like she wanted the bark. And I said, you see, even barking can be missed. Vinnie Penn, Party Animal, Animal Radio.
We have more Animal Radio on the way.
Hi, this is Jenna Fisher on Animal Radio. Please spay and neuter your animals.
As your best friend settles into middle age and shows signs of slowing down, SeniorPetProducts.com is there to help your senior pets live to the fullest by providing the latest news, information, and products for health, wellness, comfort, and mobility. At SeniorPetProducts.com, you'll find everything your aging pets need, from vitamins and supplements to diapers, boots, and accessories that'll make their senior years more comfortable, all at the lowest prices available. Thousands of products for the life of your pet. SeniorPetProducts.com.
We get lots of food samples here at Animal Radio, so we can be picky about selecting a healthy food. If you're a regular listener, you know Ladybug is one finicky diva. When we got a sample of Stella and Chewy's, the healthy ingredients were there, but would she eat it? I'm here to tell you she ate it as fast as we put it down and begged for more. We feel good about feeding our dog Stella and Chewy's, and we want you to try Stella and Chewy's too. Visit StellaandChewy's.com or call 888-477-8977. That's 888-477-8977.
Listen carefully to this message. If you're about to buy hardwood flooring, you're going to pay too much. Unless, of course, you buy from us. We're Lumber Liquidators, and we dare you to shop and compare with the big box stores. Lumber Liquidators offers the low price guarantee. When you buy your quality hardwood flooring from Lumber Liquidators, you save hundreds, if not thousands, every time. Because we buy direct from the mills. We are truly the wood floor experts. To prove it, we'll send you our beautiful full-color catalog absolutely free. Call 1-800-265-4352. Shop for hardwoods in cherry, oak, and walnut, bamboo, laminates, and even Bellawood pre-finished flooring with a 50-year warranty. The same floor Bob Vila has in his home. Don't pay more than you have to for flooring. Call Lumber Liquidators right now. We even offer installation and financing. Visit your local Lumber Liquidators or call right now for your free full-color catalog. Call 1-800-265-4352. That's 1-800-265-4352. 1-800-265-4352.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with the insidiously smart Dr. Debbie, the svelte Joey Villani, the very clean-smelling Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, and the all-knowing Joy Turner. 1-866-405-8405. It is, believe it or not, that time for another Dodge Journey Pet Destination. I will pick up the phone, and whoever's on the other end of this phone will get a bunch of prizes for sharing with the rest of the world the favorite place they like to take their animal, knowing full and well that the next time they go there, it probably will be crowded. And
more the merrier.
More the merrier?
Yes.
Is that the way it works? Okay. This Dodge Journey Pet Destination brought to you by Dodge Journey. They won the 2010 Pet Safe Choice Award. And why did they do? Well, because of the fold-down stain-resistant seats and the Chill Zone glove box for your drinks. It's a little cooler. And the multiple storage options with the removable washable liners. It's easy to see why the Dodge Journey is the best car for every member of the family, even those with tails. Which one should I do, Judy?
Go to line 3.
Why 3?
Because I said 3.
Okay.
So you'll do what I say.
Who is this?
This is Teresa in Montana.
Hey, Teresa in Montana. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Now, Montana's a very beautiful place. I bet there's a lot of places to take your dog.
Lots of beautiful places.
Is there one in particular that you like?
I like to take my 2 black labs to Heart of the Valley Dog Park. It's 6 acres, and it's like a social event for the dogs.
Oh, it is? How many dogs would you say are there at one time?
Oh, probably 10 or 15 at a time.
What city is that in?
That's in Bozeman, Montana.
Bozeman, Montana. I think this is the first Montana destination that we have. Is it, Judy?
I think so. The first northern, kind of northwest area.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 big black labs, and we go weekly. They love it.
Heart of the Valley Dog Park in Bozeman, Montana is this week's pet destination of the week. If you want to be next week's Dodge Dirty Pet destination, call us 1-866-405-8405. We're bribing you. We have prizes.
Do you think that we can get a budget that I'll drive to every pet destination, okay, and check? No, I'm serious. This is good. I'll drive to every pet destination and check it out, and then at the end you can pick which one was the best one by my recommendation. But we need a budget, and I only stay in 5-star hotels, and
you'll be driving
a
Dodge, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, absolutely. I only drive a Dodge. That's what I drive now.
Well, I figure if we can get you in the Dodge, and then I can put you up in Kimpton hotels all across the country, right? See, we got that part.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
See, so we're good. We're halfway set.
And Stella and Chewy's can feed him along the way.
Here's a fact. 17,000 years ago, the first dog was domesticated from a pack of wolves. Here's another fact. The Dodge Journey is a domesticated crossover, a direct descendant of our muscle cars. The Journey recently won the 2010 Pet Safe Choice Award, an honor decided by humans and dogs. Was it the stain-resistant seating, the in-floor storage bins with removable and washable liners, or is it that dogs relate to this vehicle?
Your trips to the pet store are over. Petflow.com has the largest selection of premium pet food on the internet, where you can browse by brands and find the items you need at discount prices. With Petflow.com, you can get your pet food delivered straight to your door on a schedule you choose. No last-minute trips carrying heavy pet food. Eliminate the hassle of buying pet food. Get free shipping on every order over $59. Enter the coupon code RADIO at www.petflow.com.
Animal Radio is brought to you by SeniorPetProducts.com. As your best friend settles into middle age and shows signs of slowing down, SeniorPetProducts.com is there to help your senior pets live to the fullest with thousands of products for the life of your pet. SeniorPetProducts.com.
This is
Animal Radio.
From that day on, I'm ready to vow I'll be there when you want it, some way, somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain higher.
1-866-405-8405. We have Jenny. Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Woodbridge, Virginia, right outside of D.C.
Oh, sounds lovely. Is there snow on the ground?
No, but it's really, really cold. I wish there was some snow.
I can understand that. Well, I have Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, right here. How can he help you?
Well, I have a 4-year-old neutered male. His name's Spanky, and he has just given me a whole lot of trouble. I rescued him from a puppy mill about 2 years ago, and I have 3 other male dogs in the house. But Spanky, I don't think it's a potty training issue. It's more of a marking his territory issue, and he goes around, peeing in certain places all through the house.
Okay.
So I've gone to the Planet Urine and done the little wraps for about the last 3 months, and he still seems to be peeing in his diapers.
Okay, so that's why one of the reasons never get the puppy from the puppy mill, because what the breeders do in that conditions, they allow the puppies pee and poop under them. They see qualified breeders, certified breeders, nice breeders, proper breeders. They're using different things. They're really helping the puppy figure out where they're supposed to release themselves. In your situation, you have a really big problem in your hands.
Yeah.
The only way for you to fix it, you gotta get to the extreme method. And that method would require to get a very little crate where the dog can just turn around comfortably, but, cannot even make one step.
Yeah.
If you have a big crate, those crates has partitions, so you have to adjust the partition and make sure, even if you believe it's a small enough, it means it's not. If you have to make it smaller than you believe it should be small. It's always my dilemma with my clients. I come to them and they say, oh, that's small. And I look at that and say, listen, it's small from your American perspective. Back in Russia, my apartment was like your crate right now. Right. So we want to make sure, you got to make sure very small. This time, I would not use those diapers anymore. I would just make sure, try to recreate those habits. I would do one of the two things. If you are available for the day, I would do that training yourself. I would also look around for there is some people who specializing in the puppy training, in the housebreaking training. And whoever will do, yes, you have to just look around, talk to the trainers, and just even, check it, like it's going to be housebreaking boot camp, something like that on Google.
Well,
in your area.
When I first got him, I would take all of the dogs together on like an hour-long walk, and he would literally wait till he got back to his crate and pee in his crate.
Oh,
so
boy.
I think mentally he's just maybe he's just a slow learner, or he's got some learning disabilities. And if I let him go through the house, he marks his little territory.
Yeah, but the crate that I'm suggesting you, probably that's probably the best way would be to go to the little. What breed it is?
It's a Pomeranian. So he's only about 10 pounds.
Small enough.
He's very small.
The only way you can make it, if the height of the crate would be small enough so he could not even, when he stand up, he could not even stay straight.
Yeah.
In this situation, there is no way he is going to pee without getting up comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be like for airport proofed. It's a plastic one. Should be very
right. So like
small.
a size for a cat.
For the cat, yeah, that's gotta be. And you probably will need to have 3 of them as you progress. You move to the next, and from that time, boy, you need to for the first week take him outside every 15, maybe 30 minutes, and the few times where he does, he's gonna get a lot of praise, and that's the only way for you to deal with the situation. And when you're around and he does something in your presence, he must be corrected, startled. You can toss the can, you can use my favorite pet convincer, but he must be nearby, so he cannot sneak around the corner. You gotta use the gates in your house to gate the area. And if you even one step away, go on the second floor or basement, whatever you have, he must go in that little area immediately. And of course, the rest of the place needs to be cleaned again and again. This is the only way. Just on top of everything what I told you, I would spray that crate. With the product, no pee. At the worst case scenario, you can use citrus desodorant and spray that. The dogs hate that citrus smell, so you can use it and spray it, so he would not even thinking of doing this. That's the only way to go. I'm sorry, but that's the best what we know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I rescued him, and the guy that had the puppy mill was arrested, and there were like 40 other dogs, so I knew there was a problem on the hand. I didn't realize quite the extent, because I've had very much success with many dogs in the past of potty letting and everything. And unfortunately, he was so when we first got him, he didn't even know how to go to the bathroom right. Like he didn't.
He was totally
he had to learn the scratching and the peeing on something and all that by the other dogs, watching the other dogs. So he was kind of very much traumatized when we first got him.
Yeah, because I think he didn't have a mama in his life, and he just looked like a monkey see, monkey do. He looks at another dogs, and that's what they did. But anyway, we're running out of time, and I appreciate you calling to Animal Radio. And again, to summarize it, you have to get a very little crate so he could barely get up, and spray that crate with product no pee, or you can use citrus desodorant or any like citronella oil, but just a little bit, so it will have some smell all over. At that time, he's not going to pee in the crate, and you take him outside frequently, and every time he pees outside, a lot of praising, and take him outside in the same spot all the time. Make sure when he's around you, he must be under your supervision. You have to watch him as the hawk. If you cannot watch him as the hawk, he goes in the crate, and that's the best things you can do. The rest of the place needs to be cleaned very thoroughly with the special products. We have, we always recommend 1+ shot. That's also a very great product in that particular situation for you would be. Thank you for calling.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team. Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions. Groomer Joey Villani, animal communicator Joy Turner, and Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, all here with you this weekend. And I noticed, Joey, that this is... You always wear black, don't you, first of all? What's
I
with
always
that?
wear black.
What is with that? I noticed that. We've been working together for a little over a year now, and you always wear black.
It's a slimming color on me, I wear black, and see, it's the Italian thing, you look skinnier, Italians wear black, that's just how it is. If you lived in New Jersey, everyone wears black.
Well, of course, Joey Villani, our QVC star and selling your Dogs in Style line. Very well, I understand. We get calls all week long. People say, how can we get that? Because you have the washless shampoo, which is pretty cool when you don't have to get your dog or your cat wet to wash them. How does that work? Is that some kind of proprietary formula that you have?
It's our formula. And it's twofold product. It's a spray on, and then it's a powder rinse that replaces water. So it's good when water is a problem.
When if you're traveling across the country, like if you're a trucker, water could be a problem.
Yes.
Finding somewhere to. We should talk about that more. Good stuff. By the way, can people get that at your website?
You can go to my website, get it, and I'm trying to get how to people, get how to sell this too.
I love it. I love it. It's great stuff. It's great for the cats. I mean, you talk about it for the dogs, but it's great for cats too.
I had somebody ask me, and this is a true story this week, if it was good for cats, and I said it's good for cats, and they said, well, we don't mean cats. Is it good for cats? And okay, I say, I never tested it that way before, but if you guys want to test it, I said, let me know.
1-866-405-8405. In just a few minutes, Joey will have another tip on how to blow dry your dog.
No, should you blow dry?
No.
Should you blow dry?
To blow dry or not to blow dry?
Okay, good.
Yes.
That's all on the way. I can't wait. I'm sticking around for that. Hi, who's this?
Steve.
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
Not too bad. Did y'all have a good New Year?
Of course I did.
That's good. Sorry, it's been a while since I called in. I called in just before Christmas there, but I was going to give you a couple, 3 names to add on to, Lori could add on to her list. I don't know how strange they would be, but nothing like uh-oh.
Uh-oh, yeah, well, of course, that's ours. Got that.
Right. But our Boston Terrier is Ya-Ya Butterbean.
Ya-Ya Butterbean.
I hate to ask.
How did it get the name? Yes.
Well, my girlfriend likes Divine Secrets of Ya-Ya Sisterhood, the movie.
Oh, okay.
And the little spot on her head, the little kissing spot, looked like a butterbean when she was a puppy.
Now, do you abbreviate it, or are you out there calling her, hey, come in, Ya-Ya Butterbean?
No, it was just Ya-Ya.
Just Ya-Ya.
Ya-Ya.
Okay.
What other names?
Go ahead.
What other names?
Then our Frenchton is Fair Lady Dotson.
Okay.
Wow.
Because we have 2 Dotson 280ZXs, so they have the Fair Lady model, and I was like, well, we'll just call her Fair Lady Dotson.
There you go. Not Dotson, but Dotson, like the car.
Just like the car.
Okay.
D-A-T-S-U-N, Dotson.
That might be a reach for the younger audience.
Yeah.
And then our French Bulldog, his name is Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut. And why is that?
His tail's like a big old peanut.
Oh, okay. I like the first one. I like the Ya-Ya. That's my favorite there, Steve.
Yeah. And everybody always says, you know what that means, don't you? It's like, well, I finally found out what it is. I think in Greek it's grandma.
Grandma?
You know what? I know somebody who called their grandma Yaya.
Oh.
And I didn't know that.
Good to know.
It was just like a Nana, Yaya, something like that.
I learned so damn much on this show.
But I just wanted to call in and give y'all a couple more names to add in there, and y'all have a great week, guys.
You too, Steve. Thanks for listening. We appreciate your calls. 1-866-405-8405.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
Hi, this is Steve Garvey on Animal Radio. Remember to spay and neuter your animals. Thank you.
Celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Hal Abrams and Judy Francis.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone in the Dream Team. Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions. Groomer Joey Villani with your grooming questions. Animal communicator Joy Turner. Our pet travel expert Susan Sims. And Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. All here at your beck and call. We just love animals a lot. That's why we come together. We don't even get paid for this. We really love our animals. And in fact, we bring them into the studio quite frequently. I have Boog, the studio cat, next to me, Ladybug, the studio stunt dog. Joey brings in his bird every once in a while.
She chews everything up. I'm looking at my mic cord here, and I have chew marks, bird chew marks on it.
It's not the dog, huh?
No, it's definitely the birds. Different pattern here. I could tell.
Occasionally, the studio cat will drift through the studio. Of course. That is her name, as we mentioned several weeks back, and kind of an unusual name. We've never heard such an unusual name, and of course, we always offer you to call if you've named your animal something strange or different. We'd love to hear from you. Stacey Cohen doing news today. What do you got coming up?
Well, coming up, we've got a dog bone that was found, and who knows, it could have belonged to Adam and Eve. It's that old.
Okay. Ooh. I'm going to stick around for that. Joey, what are you working on?
It's to blow dry or not to blow dry. I got a crazy email of someone wanting to know what's the benefits or no benefits of blow drying my dog, and I'm gonna discuss that.
That was blow drying, right? Okay, blow drying.
That was blow drying. Okay, let's not confuse this with anything else.
1-866-405-8405. Let's head to the phones right now. Hi, who's this?
I'm Dr. Rain. Dr. Debbie, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, wonderful. What kind of doctor are you?
I'm a surgeon.
A human surgeon, I'm assuming then.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I thought you were here to test me.
I have a 5-year-old German Shepherd, and over the last year and a half, he started scratching and gnawing on his paws and was diagnosed with food allergies.
Okay.
So I was told to stop giving him wheat, corn, chicken, and beef. And he is on lamb and rice. Initially, I tried Solid Gold and then switched to Kornegay, but he still continues doing that.
Okay. And when you made that switch to the food, how long were you keeping him on that?
Almost a year. And then he stopped eating the Solid Gold, and in between, I had goat meat, and he really liked the goat meat.
Wow. You're a dedicated pet owner, my goodness. I don't think we want to hear how you got the goat meat, so we won't ask.
God.
So as far as, while we've been on the food trial, when we tried the hypoallergenic diet for presumed food allergies, did you avoid any other outside influences, any treats, any oral medications that had beef flavors or anything like that?
Yes, I quit giving him his deworming medication too because it had some animal protein in it.
Okay, good. Yeah, and I guess when the route that we've gone so far with your dog is kind of more of like a novel protein diet approach. And there's two different schools of thought when we're worried about a pet that has food-related allergies. And for anyone listening that is maybe suspicious their dog might have this, it's really hard to know. There's not a great way to test. We have to go through these elimination diets for 8 to even 12 weeks to see if a pet's better and their itching is decreased. If they do, then we have something successful, and then we can challenge the pet with something different dietary-wise. So the two main methods that I try to figure this out is the novel protein diet, which is where we go to something unique that they haven't been exposed to. And a lot of folks are big fans of the non-grain diet, so avoiding corn, wheat, all of the grains in any kind of foods. And that's a solid approach. You can try that. Additionally, you can go into where you try like a venison and potato-based diet, kangaroo and potato-based diets. There's all sorts of wacky combinations out there. And if you stick with that, and there's no way that food trial has been violated, if you haven't gotten good success in even 8 to 12 weeks, then I move on and try something else. And the other method that we might want to try is going more with a hydrolyzed protein diet. And basically it's where the food is processed and the proteins are broken down very small, so they bypass the pet's immune receptors in the gut. And it kind of tricks their immune system, if you will, for pets with food allergy. And I actually do have a couple different brands that I use in my office that I really do think works great, and for some pets that can really be an important way to go. So that might be a different avenue you can try. I guess the other thing that I want to make sure is that we haven't missed anything else in the diagnostic workup, because German Shepherds are certainly a breed where we can see things like sebaceous adenitis, which is an inflammatory type problem in the skin, where they can have some other kind of hair related problems with that, as well as chicken
fat. Dandruff.
He does.
Yes.
Does he have any kind of patches of hair loss, or?
He had some hair loss around his ears, and I was told to apply some Lotrimin, and that fixed it.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then we might even have to look at another avenue, because this might not just be food allergies, as would be common in a lot of dogs. They don't just get allergies. They'll get the secondary yeast or the bacterial infections on top of that. And especially if he had something that responded to Lotrimin, which is a good yeast topical, then I would really see about getting some impression smears of his skin surface. And then maybe we might find that we need to go through more of like an oral antifungal or a course of antibiotics and make sure we knock all of that stuff out as well. I'd probably try that route as well.
Now, what brand of hydrolyzed food and where could I find it?
Usually that you have to go through your veterinary office, because it's really not something sold on the general market. Ironically, I have my dogs right now. One of my dogs is on the Purina hydrolyzed protein diet that's called HA. And we're trying that for about 2 to 3 months for my pet to help decrease his tendency for yeast outbreaks and itching and all of that wonderful stuff. So that's one. Science Diet also has one, and that one is called ZD. Z as in zebra. And that is in my hands too. I've had a lot of successes with pets with that as well. So see if that might help you out. And wow, thank you so much. It's great to have some professionals calling in here. Appreciate your call. This is Dr. Debbie. We're here to take your calls at 1-866-405-8405.
Thanks, Doc. This is very exciting. In just a couple of minutes, Susan Sims, our travel expert, will be on, and she'll have Alison Sweeney joining her.
Great.
Very excited about that. This portion of Animal Radio is brought to you by PetFlow.com, PetFlow.com. You've heard me talking about it. It's an awesome service where you'll get your pet food delivered straight to your door on a schedule you choose. PetFlow.com has the largest selection of premium pet food on the internet. Best of all, you'll get free shipping on every order over $59. Enter the coupon code RADIO at www.petflow.com. Oh, by the way, they have kitty litter, too. Okay, we're going back to the phones next. 1-866-405-8405 with your questions for Dr. Debbie or groomer Joey Villani, or animal communicator Joy Turner, Susan Sims. Did I mention she has Alison Sweeney coming up? Also, Vladi, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. If you have a Dodge Journey pet destination, we'd love to hear from you this hour. And, of course, if you have strange names for your animals, we're taking them toll-free. We'll be back. Stick around, you lucky dog.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
Hey, this is Sean Hayes on Animal Radio. Remember to spay and neuter your pets.
Hi, I'm Steve Garvey, and I'm here with my good friend, actor, and pet food guru, Dick Van Patten.
Hiya, Steve. It's good to see you.
Dick, my 2 dogs have been on your natural balance for years. They love it. They look great. So what's the secret?
It's simple. Our formulas are developed by top nutritionists and based on scientific fact. And then they're made with the best ingredients.
It's just a winning combination.
It is. Just like Russell to Lopes to Garvey.
Thanks for that. Hey, everyone. If you love your pets like I love mine, try Natural Balance.
Is your computer running slowly? Thinking about buying a new one? Don't waste your money. Your computer could be infected with spyware, malware, viruses, registry errors, spam, and pop-ups. You don't need to buy a new computer. Just go to doublemyspeed.com and find out what's slowing your computer down.
Double My Speed totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
Doublemyspeed.com increased the speed of my computer from the very first day.
My computer was on its last leg. Now it's like new again.
Get your free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com and keep your computer running fast. Your free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com is easy and fast.
It's the best you could ask for. Outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
Find out what is slowing down your computer with a free diagnosis at doublemyspeed.com. Don't waste your time with your slow computer. Get your free diagnosis now at doublemyspeed.com. That's doublemyspeed.com.
Why read a newspaper in the age of the internet? Because you take the time to think things through, like your love of animals. You want to know where your voice and donations can be most effective. Animal People is the newspaper for people who care enough about animals to give real thought to how best to help animals. Request your free sample copy at www.animalpeoplenews.org.
This is
Animal Radio.
I guess there are more unusual names than The phones are ringing off the hook. 1-866-405-8405. What are some of the more stranger names you've heard of, Joey, for animals, dogs? Anything strange? You have some weird ones.
We had a cat that used to come into us, and it was Fat Bastard.
Fat Bastard. Just a big
Fat
cat.
Bastard.
Just a big cat.
Yeah, and they used to call Fatty. Fatty was the nickname, but Fat Bastard was what they called the cat. They loved the cat, but it was like, are you okay? Fat bag. Yeah.
Was he really fat?
I'll go with it. Not as big as you would think. To have that kind of name.
You actually I want to point out, you adopted it as Fat Bastard. That's the name the shelter gave it, I believe, right? Not a name that you gave it, right?
No, it wasn't one. Listen, did I say it was my cat? I said a customer who came into the salon. No, I wouldn't name my cat Fat Bastard, or keep that. That was a customer that came into the salon.
Well, it's not an odd name, but I think you have a thing about dogs named Queenie.
The dog's named Queenie, I don't know. I just would not name my dog Queenie. Just one of those things. I mean, I laugh when the dog comes in. And usually it's a cool dog, but Queenie's just not what I would name my dog.
1-866-405-8405. Hi, who's this?
This is Kelly Dabbs in Madison, Mississippi.
Madison, Mississippi. Kelly, how are you doing today?
We have a bad connection. I'm on a cell phone.
Oh, I hear you just fine. But tell me, you have a strange name for your animal?
The name of our first dog when we got married was Doofer.
Doofer?
Doofer. He would do for a while till we could afford to have children.
I love it.
After we had children, our third dog was named Didfer. He did for a while.
Oh, you've made my day,
have
Kelly.
A great day.
Thank you very much. Take care. And Bill, welcome to the show. What's up?
Hey, how you doing today, Hal?
Very good. What's up with you? Where are you today?
Well, today I am in Virginia, Emporia, Virginia.
Not familiar with it.
At least it's not snowing.
Yeah, that's nice. Hey, you know what? Daylight savings time is just around the corner. Just a couple of weeks away. Anyway, you're calling for, what are you calling for? What's up?
Well, I've been a dog groomer. I learned to groom dogs back in 74, 75.
Really?
I went to school in Memphis at a guy named Sam Ballman's dog grooming school.
Have you ever heard of that there, Joey?
No, actually, I never heard of that school.
Well, he's probably dead now. He was pretty old when I learned it. But there was one aspect that that he didn't teach, and I'd kind of like to learn it because I want to do some target practice on my ex-wife.
Target practice on your ex-wife?
Are you sure you're talking about pet grooming?
Anal gland.
Well, you know what? If you get good enough at it, yeah, you can. You definitely can do some target practice because I've done that before. You know, it's fun. It's a crappy job, but somebody has to do it. And so you never were taught anal glands, huh?
Well, hearing you and Dr. Debbie talk about it, I know that y'all can do it. I was wondering if you can give me some pointers on how to do that.
Well, what we do as pet groomers is we do it from the outside, where veterinarians will actually go inside. And what you want to do, you hold your fingers on the side. Now, this is going to be attractive here, Hal. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But if you place your fingers on the side of the rectum, okay, and you'll feel the anal glands, what you want to do is you want to be on the outside of it, okay, and you want to feel if it was 3 and 9 o'clock on the side of the rectum. And what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to, like, pinch it. Put your fingers a little bit behind and pull forward. And you want to do that gently, okay? You may have to do it a couple of times until you feel comfortable. But when you do it...
right, not forward.
No, you want to pinch it as if you're pinching it, like you're pulling forward. You want to pull forward. You don't want to push in, because when you push in, what... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Forward would be towards the dog's head, right? So you'd want to pull to the rear?
No, you want to pull to the rear. You want to pull towards yourself. You don't want to push in. You want to pull toward yourself. Okay, now what you want to do is be out of the line of fire when you do this. You know, aim the butt, you know, maybe a little bit off to the side. So you're going to pinch
in this case towards his ex-wife. I assume that's where you want to aim it.
Yes, exactly. So wherever your ex-wife is standing, aim it that way. Okay, and pull forward gently. And what you want to do, you want to finesse it a little bit because you'll feel it. It's almost, I hate to say this, it's like squeezing a pimple almost. And what you want to do is get from the bottom and pull forward, and you'll start to see it little by little come out through the rectum. And once it starts coming out, then if the harder you squeeze it, the quicker it's going to come out. But what you want to do is do it slow and steady. Okay, you don't want it to be uncomfortable. If nothing is coming out, you're probably not grabbing it properly, or it could also be just that impact. Sometimes it doesn't come out real easily, and sometimes they can actually go in what they call, they oil it. They actually put Panalog in there, and they get it loosened up, veterinarians, and then they have to do it. But if it doesn't come out easy, don't force it. Don't do it. And you know what? It takes a few times. It takes a little practice. I'll be very honest with you.
How many feet can you shoot it?
I have, and I'm trying to think, my bathing room, I probably shot it at least 15 feet. If I really wanted to get you, I can probably get you from about 15 feet.
Wow.
So that takes practice, I guess. I've done anal glands, but I never shot them. I guess that's another whole practice.
What the vet does is different than what the groomer does.
Well, yeah, the vet goes inside, and I don't, you know what, groomers aren't trained to go inside. I mean, just do it from the outside. And if you can't get it, don't force it. It's not something you want to force. You can hurt the pet. Sometimes it'll go in reverse. It'll go in and then cause an infection. So what you want to do is finesse it. Pinch it. Pull back towards you lightly, and you'll feel it. You'll actually start feeling it move. It'll start releasing. And once you feel that, squeeze a little bit harder until it comes out, but gently and slow.
And aim correctly.
Bill, does that help you at all, Bill?
About 10 to 15 feet away would be perfect. That way I could sneak it up on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. It's no fun with a rag, Bill. Come on. We gotta, we gotta go commando here.
Okay. Bill, thanks for your call today. We always look forward to your calls. They're always very entertaining. There goes Bill. He's a very angry gentleman.
He didn't sound too angry.
No. He likes to have fun.
Hi, Janice.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Splendid. I understand you want to talk to animal communicator Joy Turner.
Yes, I do.
She's right here.
Okay.
Hello there, Janice.
Hi.
What can I do?
Well, we just received a dog Max, from my daughter and son-in-law. They had him for almost 5 years, and we had him off and on while they were doing moves and things like that. They're military. And this last place they moved to, it was just too much for them to handle him. And so they flew him to us, and he's living with us now. And I just want to know that he's happy here and that he's accepting it. Sometimes he seems kind of depressed. But I just want to know that he's happy here and that this is it. He's our dog from this day forward, from actually almost a month ago.
Okay, well, that actually was one of his questions. He feels like he's been being bounced back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And that made him not very happy because it made him feel like he wasn't valuable enough.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Knowing that he's your dog now is working very much better for him. The reason he's sad is because he feels like the people who really wanted him, for some reason, don't anymore, and he has no idea what he did that was wrong.
Uh-huh.
So do you know why they couldn't handle him?
They bought a home in a neighborhood with a neighbor association or housing association, and one of the neighbors complained because he's a big dog and he was barking constantly. Nothing that they tried would work. Plus, he started urinating in the house, and that became a real problem. So he's always been so well behaved when he stayed with us, and that's why we decided to take him. We have like 10 acres of woods, and it's perfect here for him.
Okay, so what I'm telling him is really it just has to do with them choosing a place to live that was not conducive to him. And where you live, he really likes where you live. He thinks that you take excellent care of him. He thinks that you love him, and he's decided that you probably love him most.
Oh, that's for sure.
So he says that he'll try to stop being unhappy about his other family and just be happy about you. One of the things you're going to need to do if they come to visit you is remind him that he's staying with you because he'll expect to go back with you.
Yeah, I had worried about that he would expect to be able to get into the car with them and leave with them. But yeah, I want him to know that this is his home now and that they will come visit him periodically. But from here on in, this is where we want him to stay. We love him. He belongs here. He has 2 little sisters with 4 legs, and they love playing with him, and we just want him to fit in and be part of our family.
He says, okay, then that's what he'll choose to do. And he wants to thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thank you for your call, Janice. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team right now. Of course, you could get in touch with Joy Turner at her website at joyturner.com.
Animal Radio is brought to you by Natural Balance Pet Food, the finest food you can buy for the health of your pet. No matter which line of Natural Balance Pet Food you choose, you know it will truly be the food for a lifetime. Visit www.naturalbalance.net to learn more.
Dogs or cats, horse or emu, animals are people too. What came first, the chicken or the gecko? A doctor in Australia was making some breakfast, cracking eggs in a pan, when he made a bizarre discovery. A dead gecko. Inside one of the regular chicken eggs was a dead little lizard. This is the part of the story where I tell you to put down whatever you're eating. Scientists have confirmed that yes, this was a gecko, and no, it didn't enter the egg after it was formed. The gecko could not have been ingested by the chicken and end up in an egg, so it's thought that the gecko probably crawled into the chicken's other end and ended up in this very strange animal news story. I'm Britt Savage for Animal Radio. Animals are people too. Animal Radio.
Hi, I'm Ed Asner. You're on Animal Radio. Spay or neuter your animals, you dummies.
This is an Animal Radio News Update.
Well, it looks like they found the world's oldest dog bone. I'm Stacey Cohen for Animal Radio. Nearly 10,000 years ago, man's best friend provided protection, companionship, and an occasional meal. That's what researchers are saying after finding a bone fragment from what they're calling the earliest confirmed domesticated dog in the Americas. University of Maine graduate student Samuel Belknap III came across the fragment while he was analyzing a dried-out sample of human waste unearthed in southwest Texas in the 70s. A carbon dating test put the age of the bone at 9,400 years, and a DNA analysis confirmed it came from a dog, not a wolf, a coyote, or a fox, Belknap said. He wasn't actually researching dogs when he found the bone. Rather, he was looking into the diet and nutrition of the people who lived in the lower Pecos region of Texas between 1,000 and 10,000 years ago. Just so happens the person who lived 9,400 years ago was eating a dog. Black dog syndrome leaves black dogs behind. When people go to the Humane Society or animal shelter looking to adopt a pet, they're more than likely going to leave with one that's lighter in color or one that has some interesting markings. There's no hard scientific studies as to why black cats and dogs are left behind, but there's a lot of good theories. It's often called black dog syndrome, though it applies, of course, equally to cats. It's not usually a conscious decision on the part of the potential pet owner. Simplest reason is that black fur is harder to see. Fortunately, though, animal shelters are getting creative, and they're taking some extra effort to get black dogs and cats adopted, and all it takes is just a little awareness to turn this problem around. Did you know that cats meow to people, but not to other cats? Adult cats living apart from humans have very clear communication with one another. Cat language is spoken mostly through scent, then through facial expression, complex body language, and touch. Cat sounds for vocal communication involve caterwauls for mating, chattering upon spotting prey, hissing to ward off an intruder, or they shriek when they're hurt or terrified. Meowing is just not part of natural cat language. Meowese, it would seem, is a language developed exclusively for humans. The only meowing in cat language is done between mom and cat when her little kittens are young. Once the kittens are grown, the mews and meows, they stop. So why do cats meow to people? Well, because meowing is what works. Your cat's dependent on you and quickly learns that they're clearly not picking up the scent messages that she leaves you, so she does what works. The Washington Humane Society recently launched a new program, Dog Tags. It provides a very different kind of training to soldiers who have returned from war. Injured soldiers recovering at Walter Reed Army Medical Center get to come to the Washington Humane Society twice a week. They learn to study dog obedience and training behavior. They train the dogs, and the soldiers gain some new skills for future careers in animal training and behavior. I'm Stacey Cohen for Animal Radio. Get more breaking animal news at animalradio.com.
This has been an Animal Radio News Update. Get more at animalradio.com.
Celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Al Abrams and Judy Francis.
And in just a couple of minutes, Sir Joey Villani, dog father Joey Villani. I have to bow now whenever he's around. He has whether to blow dry or not to blow dry. Now, with Ladybug, the studio stunt dog, not an issue at all.
I never blow dry. No, she's kind of air dry. There's not much hair there.
Wash and wear.
And she's so easy.
Isn't that nice?
In and out of the sink in 2 minutes.
What about your dog, Susan? Easy wash and wear, or is it a lot of blow drying and washing?
Oh my gosh, I've got the two easiest dogs. I've got a lab and a little boxer. So yeah, just comb them every once in a while and we're done.
It was an accident that we found a wash and wear dog. But if you have one of those dogs that you need help with, Joey's on the way to do that. Now, in just a few minutes, I understand, Susan Sims, you're going to have Alison Sweeney from The Biggest Loser. She's going to be on the air with you.
Yeah, I am so thrilled that Alison took the time to talk with us. She's such a busy lady this day. She's going to talk about the Hills Pet Fit Challenge, where you can win $1 million.
Ooh.
Ooh, I wonder if I have to fatten my pooch too.
I don't think you're eligible, Judy.
Oh, okay.
That's all on the way right here on Animal Radio. We're going to take more phone calls with Dr. Debbie right now. 1-866-405-8405. Is it for Vlade? I'm sorry, it's for Vlade right now. Hey, William, how you doing?
Okay, Vlade, how are you?
William, I'm doing great. What state of the great United States of America are you calling us from?
Central California. State all by
So
itself.
Yes, I mean, Central California. What city?
Springville.
I don't know that. In SoCal, it just two cities matter. Beverly Hills and Newport Beach, where I'm from. So I'm so sorry. I don't know your city. But go ahead.
You don't know my city. My dog, the strangest freaking thing.
I like you. You're a very ongoing person. That's a good for our radio. So she's doing or he's doing freaking things. Tell me about those freaking things.
As soon as I turn my truck on, she freaks out. She just goes off barking. She just starts barking. And, I'm in my truck, so it's like I have tried a lot of times. I've tried it in different ways. It's like, how do I calm her down when I'm leaving? Okay. So I need like a KGB. Ask you 2 questions and I'll give you an answer. Okay. And then in your situation, I want to let you know beforehand. I give you 100% guarantee it's gonna work. And if it's not gonna work, please give me a call. I'm still not far away from you. I'm gonna stop by and just fix it, even if it takes for me to drive a few hungry miles. But I know I'm gonna fix that problem. So just be attentive, please. So my 2 questions. Question number 1: how old is your dog? 2 years, not quite 2 years old. It's a mutt, and I got it as a survival dog, as a survivor,
Pure American mutt. That's the special breed now in ATC.
Yeah, it's part lab. It's clearly part lab, but I don't know what else.
Yeah, lab should be good. I like them. Probably something else is there. If the tongue is the blue?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's the hell is already looking at me because my boss is afraid and people are gonna call the people who owning those Japanese breeds like Akita, Sharpei, and Chow and start complaining. We always have that all the time, But, nobody can put the condom or muzzle on my microphone here, I just...
Although it sounds like it.
It sounds, today, I'm kind of out of weather, a little bit tired, but it's okay. It's okay. I will take care of you, So, here is first of all, why she does it. Some dogs really get spooked by such noises. Next category of the dogs, it calls anticipations of the next action. Sometimes when I'm approaching to such an area when I'm playing with my dog with tennis ball, my dog become very barky also and very agitated. So that could be issue too. Despite of the issues, it's up to you to tell your dog decisively what is behavior is the right and what is the wrong. And you calling to the right station because there is not the stations where we're going to just tell you just kiss and hug your dog and your dog's behavior is going to disappear as the bad dream. It's not going to happen. So a real life solution would be this one. You need to correct, redirect, and praise, and after desensitized. So, how you gotta correct it? Here's what you wanted to do. Put in your vehicle your wife or mistress or I'm European, whoever you have, girlfriend, friend, partner, business partner. I want to be politically correct, so I just got them all.
Yeah, I get the picture.
You got the picture. Thank you. So someone turn on the key, and you just have attitude. Make my day, baby. I am ready. Vladi told me. And as soon as your dog bark, shoot your dog. Not the real one, but shoot it with device by name Pet Convincer. Pet Convincer. Google it. Or you can use little air horn. Or you can toss sharply next to the dog's penny can with the 5-6 pennies inside, but please not with quarters or landscaping stones or beans. People did everything for me. They did everything for me. They don't listen me. They don't listen to me. One person, I told them on this radio, I told that lady get this air horn and she called me next day and she said, I did. My dog now afraid to go to the backyard. I said, listen, let me stop by. And I stopped by. She bought the air horn like people using for Marines, like a really huge one, like I mean, I barely could. For little that Maltese, that she was petrified. You don't need to do that, people. Just have a common sense.
Right.
Common sense is such uncommon nowadays. Anyway, at any time your dog does something bad, boom, action. You do the action, and person momentarily shut your truck down. In few seconds, the person did it again. The dog, hell, you're gonna be a dog. Could you bark for me? Scream, pause, or shoot. Okay.
I just peed myself.
You should have. So you do 2-3 times, your dog gonna be shut up. From that time, you get piece of American cheese or Russian kielbasa or Polish kielbasa, whatever you have, and do now, opposite way. The dog doesn't bark, get kielbasa. Do 5-6 times per day. Book. Once you've done it with your buddy, you can do yourself. You can do it when the dog is in the truck. You can do it with your dog is out of the truck on the leash or off leash. That's the way is going to work.
Give that a shot. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the dream team. Could be Vlade, Dr. Debbie, Joey Villani, Susan Sims, or Joy Turner. We're all here for you right now. Still to come on Animal Radio, dog father Joey Villani with his tip of the week to blow dry or not to blow dry.
Great.
Yeah, I said blow dry. And up next, publisher of Fido Friendly magazine, Susan Sims. She's our travel expert, and she's visiting with Alison Sweeney from The Biggest Loser. So stick around. Advice coming to you from the second biggest loser. That's me, of course. More Animal Radio on the way.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
When I went looking for a quality allergen-free dog food for Roscoe, a friend told me about canine caviar. Being a born skeptic, I examined every ingredient and most importantly, made sure it drove our dog's taste buds crazy. Here's the lowdown. Canine caviar is holistic, allergen-free, with raw dehydrated meats, herbs, fish oil, and flaxseed for health and joint support. Good food for Roscoe from a company I can trust. Ask your pet store for canine caviar. Learn more at caninecaviar.com.
Listen carefully to this message. If you're about to buy hardwood flooring, you're going to pay too much. Unless, of course, you buy from us. We're Lumber Liquidators, and we dare you to shop and compare with the big box stores. Lumber Liquidators offers the low price guarantee. When you buy your quality hardwood flooring from Lumber Liquidators, you save hundreds, if not thousands, every time. Because we buy direct from the mills. We are truly the wood floor experts. To prove it, we'll send you our beautiful full-color catalog absolutely free. Call 1-800-265-4352. Shop for hardwoods in cherry, oak, and walnut, bamboo, laminates, and even Bellawood pre-finished flooring with a 50-year warranty. The same floor Bob Vila has in his home. Don't pay more than you have to for flooring. Call Lumber Liquidators right now. We even offer installation and financing. Visit your local Lumber Liquidators or call right now for your free full-color catalog. Call 1-800-265-4352. That's 1-800-265-4352. 1-800-265-4352.
Fido Friendly is the travel and lifestyle magazine for you and your dog. Each issue includes hotel and destination reviews along with health and wellness topics, dog training tips, and the latest fashion trends. Pick up a copy at Borders, Barnes & Noble, Hastings, or go online to FidoFriendly.com and subscribe today. Fido Friendly is the only magazine dedicated to the travel and lifestyle of man's best friend and the one magazine your dog will thank you for.
Celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio.
Hey everybody, this is Susan Sims for Fido Friendly Travel Talk on Animal Radio, where we talk about the travel and lifestyle for you and your furry best friend. My guest is actress, author, and spokesperson Alison Sweeney. Now, many listeners will know Alison from her role as Sammy on Days of Our Lives and host on The Biggest Loser. But she's here today to tell us about her book, The Mommy Diet, and her involvement with the Hills Pet Fit Challenge. Hi, Alison, and welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, it's my pleasure. You know, they always say if you want something done, give it to a busy person, and that certainly describes your life.
So funny, it's true. People say that to me all the time.
What is the Hills Pet Fit Challenge, and how did you become involved?
Well, I'll start by explaining I became involved because I found out my dog Winky was a bit overweight, and she needed to get healthy. So I used the Hills Science Diet weight loss system. It's pre-measured food and biscuits, and it's so easy to use. It was so great and not confusing at all, and I knew my dog was getting enough food, and it worked for Winky. She lost weight and got healthy and more energy in a month. I mean, we saw clear differences. And I was so happy with that experience, and then I made a video of Winky's weight loss journey, and that was so cool. They added it to petfit.com, the website, and that's where you find your Pet Fit Challenge. So if you're trying to get your pet healthy, you can sign them up on the website, and one family might win up to $1 million.
So I guess through all this, you might have some tips that you can impart to our listeners about getting their own Fidos in shape.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of useful information on the website, but certainly it's important to know how bad table scraps are for your pet. And, you know, I had learned, and I had no idea it was this, you know, big of an issue. But 1 ounce piece of cheese for my dog Winky, who's 20 pounds, Boston Terrier, is like me eating 1.5 cheeseburgers or 6 ounces of chocolate. It's really unhealthy. And so those little things that seem so little to you, you know, when you're tossing them in the bowl after dinner or something, is a big difference to a little dog.
And, you know, there's a great image of you and your dog Winky on the cover of the upcoming March issue of Fido Friendly magazine. And we just wanted to ask, how long has Winky been a part of your family, and how did he get his name?
Well, Winky was a rescue, and she lost her eye in she was one of those dogs at a breeder's, and we rescued her from that, and she lost her eye in a dog fight, and she's just such a sweetheart. That's not the kind of dog she is, so we rescued her, brought her to our family, and we've had her for maybe 3 years now, and we think she's like 5. And we're just so happy to have her.
Now, have you always been into fitness and health, or did your role as host for The Biggest Loser serve as your inspiration?
I've certainly struggled with my health and fitness for a lot of years, and I became so much better informed of the right way to do it when I joined The Biggest Loser. I was so happy to get the job anyway. I mean, I love the idea of being so part of a show that's so inspiring.
And I think everybody, if you want to get on the mommy diet, that's something they could probably find at Amazon.com.
Absolutely. Any online bookseller or in bookstores.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Allison, for taking the time to talk with me today.
Would love it. Thank you.
For more information regarding the Hills Pet Fit Challenge and how to enter for your chance to win $1 million, log on to petfit.com. And to order the Mommy Diet by Alison Sweeney, log on to Amazon.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Animal Radio.
You're listening to Animal Radio.
Six 405-8405. That connects you with Vladi, the world-famous Russian dog wizard, or groomer Joey Villani, or Susan Sims. She's our pet travel expert. Our animal communicator, animal communicator.
Come on, Hal.
Joey Turner. Also Dr. Debbie White here. Which one are we going to? Oh, hey, Ronald, how you doing?
Okay, how you doing today?
Doing good. Where are you?
Montgomery, Pennsylvania.
Montgomery, Pennsylvania, checking in. I have Dr. Debbie here. How can we help you?
I have a young Doberman Pinscher, and I'm an over-the-road truck driver. And while my wife was sick one week, he went with me, and now he thinks he wants to go every week. But I was wondering, being Dobermans have a history of hip problems, if putting him in the truck, even with walking him, regularly through the day, if it would cause any problems with that.
Oh, whether or not the traveling in the truck would hasten or make a bigger problem with potential hip dysplasia. That's your question?
Yes.
No, I don't believe that would. And in this situation, the only thing that I'd say sitting in the truck might have a potential for would be less exercise. So we wouldn't want his weight to get too heavy. So it would be more that risk. But no, hip dysplasia, what we would worry about sometimes is if a pet is in very active athletic activities, and if they have some tendencies towards hip dysplasia, then we might have some more issues there. But no, sitting in the truck, hanging out with his dad, I think that's a great plan. And, just to combat any kind of boredom or problems with his exercise, if he's in truck, you want to just make sure you give him that ample opportunity for physical exercise, a little bit of mental stimulation. So, maybe some retrieving, some toy play behaviors when you make your stops. All of that will kind of keep him physically fit. And I don't see any problems with riding along with your side. If he likes it, then hey.
Looks like you got the A-OK, Ronald.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you for your call today. 1-866-405-8405. That can only mean one thing. It is time for Joey Villani's Tip of the Week. Brought to you by SeniorPetProducts.com. And yes, you still can get 25% off your entire purchase at SeniorPetProducts.com by putting the promo code RADIO-SPP. As in Senior Pet Products, Radio SPP. Do it before you start shopping, right next to the Animal Radio logo, and you'll get 25% off your entire shopping trip. Great deals over there, by the way. And not just for the senior pet either. Joey, we're going to find out to blow dry
or not to blow dry. Now, you wouldn't think that this is a big deal, but I had a woman that emailed me 3 times this week and wanted to know, because I guess she was reading on the internet all different things, and now you can go out and you could buy these little mini pet dryers that actually have a little stand that you put on the table, so if you want to wash your dog at home, it makes it easier. So I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of blow drying your pet.
Okay.
Number one, the good thing about it is if your pet has knots after he's been bathed, when you put the dryer on it, it spreads the coat so you can see the knots, and it makes it a little bit easier to actually brush them out because you know exactly where to brush. What it's also going to do, if you have a dog that has coat, it's going to give it some volume and make it look good and just give a better overall appearance. It's going to dry the dog quicker, so, your dog, if you're in a cold area, is not going to stay cold, or it's not going to, track water through your house. But here's the con. Besides it blowing hair throughout your house, where it's a mess to clean up.
That is.
If you are allergic, or you have someone in the house that's maybe a little bit sensitive to the pet dander, it's going to blow that off of the skin, you have to remember. Okay, so it'll be good a couple of days later because you're removing that dead skin cells off of the dog, so it works. But what happens is it goes in the air, and if you have an allergic reaction, it's going to happen at that point. I've seen it once where somebody had to go to the hospital because it was that bad. If I have a dog that has short hair, like let's use Ladybug as a great example.
Yeah.
With her, if I'm allergic, I don't want to blow dry at all, and I'll tell you why. What it's going to do is, by drying naturally, it's going to keep that dander tight now to the skin. So it's going to stay on the dog. It's not going to go up your nose and your lungs and that sort of thing. So on that type of dog, I would just let her air dry and just run a curry brush over and make her, get the dead hair off. But keep that dander on the skin. On a Maltese, a Lhasa, a dog with coat, you know what? It's not going to look good, but if you're a little bit allergic, don't blow dry.
My dogs wouldn't let me blow dry them anyway. They're like afraid of the blow dryer. I just towel dry them. Should I be blow drying them? Wow.
Start in the back, start in the rear of the dog and work forward, so they get used to it. Most dogs don't like it around their head. A lot of things you could do is I'll wrap a towel around the top of their head so just their eyes and their muzzle are sticking out so they don't hear it. And because it's mainly around the ears or around the muzzle that they don't like. And dogs that have a flat face, like your pugs, your boxers and all, they can't breathe when you blow that directly in their face. So you don't want to do that to those type of dogs.
My sister has a little Yorkie Terrier that loves to be blow dried. And even when she's not washing the dog, she's blow drying her own hair. The dog runs to her and sits at her feet, and she has to just run the blow dryer.
Well, that's a rare oddity, I'll tell you, because Yorkshire Terriers are another breed of dog that come into a grooming salon that most groomers will cringe. Not because we don't like them. We love the breed. I love the breed. I love terriers in general, but they just don't like it.
Do you blow dry your birds?
You know what? Yes, I have, but I'm highly allergic to my bird, and that was one of the ways that I found out that, you know what, this was probably the wrong thing for me to do, because I have a powder-coated bird, and that dander went everywhere, and it just about crippled me for 2 days.
Well, it's a good tip. Of course, all these tips over at the website at animalradio.com, and we thank seniorpetproducts.com for sponsoring Joey Villani on Animal Radio. Okay, we got to blow out of here. It's just flown by today. If you didn't get through, you can try again next weekend at 1-866-405-8405. In fact, we have a voicemail attached to that phone number all week long. We'll get back in touch with you. Also, you can email us at yourvoice@animalradio.com. And all of our personal addresses over at animalradio.com. Lots of personal information. All kinds of stuff if you're a real pet lover. And don't forget to like us over at facebook.com/animalradio. Or sign up for our Twitter reports where you get all those recalls and the latest breaking news from the Animal Radio newsroom. All the links to everything we're talking about here over at animalradio.com. We'll see you back here next week for more Animal Radio. Have a great week.
Okay. Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Animal Radio
Network.